Sagittarius, welcome to your monthly tarot reading for May. Let's see what may be on the cards for you for the month, Saggy. I've got the 9-card block here that describes your situation. I've got lead tarot energies and oracles on both sides of the spread. The left for me is generally what has led you to where you are now, the situation itself, and on the right hand side the outcome or what you may need to do, be or embody in order to navigate through this with ease. So what can I say, Sag? We have a crossroads situation here. We've got some conflicting energies, and what I'm feeling is that you are really in indecision potentially about some kind of new direction, new offer, new start, but I also feel there could be somebody who you perceive to be maybe meddling in your plans, or somebody who might be kind of let's say, Seven of Swords energy, what can I say? Somebody's in the way of things, alright? So if this feels like you, we will get into it in just a moment. Hey there, Magic One. Just before we get into your tarot reading, I wanted to jump in super quick, I promise, just with a few announcements for you. This month there are extended versions of these readings available to you. If the reading really resonates and you're really deeply connecting with the message and you'd like to go deeper, in that reading I clarify each of the key positions a lot more. We extrapolate it out into an in-depth message. So you can get to that one by heading to the first link underneath this video. Should you want to arrange a personal reading or healing for yourself, you can do so at any time by either clicking the link to my website down below or visiting wildlotustarot.com. I do have a new little offering which I think is kind of cute. It's actually the most affordable way to get guidance from me, and in that reading I draw you a single tarot card from the beautiful Star Child Tarot and write you a handwritten letter about my interpretation of that card for you, and I post it to your letterbox. You can now show your support by becoming a member of my channel. If you head to my channel page and click the join button, there's a video there where I describe in detail what I'm offering for my 2 different levels of membership. Don't forget, the doors are always open to the initiation. That is my immersive Learn Tarot journey. You can sign up at any time and receive lifetime access to all of the learning materials, videos, online learning modules, practices, and in that course I am teaching my signature process to learn how to read tarot, not just from the head but from the heart, and go beyond the traditional card meanings, and how to put it all together and thread it into a story as well. So that's available at any time. I'll also link that down below for you. You can find me on Instagram if you'd like to stay connected and hear a little bit more about me. You can find the link down below, or you can find me at wild_lotus_tarot. I would love to have you over there with me as well. Till next time, sending you so much love and magic. Let's get on with your reading. Okay, Saggy, well, let's jump in. The 5 of Swords is the lead tarot energy of your situation. Now, this is a conflict energy. It can be where conflict is kind of escalated a little bit. Now, it can be internal conflict or it can be conflict in your external environment. It feels like you're trying to weigh up some kind of direction or decision. Now, you might have somebody who's making that difficult for you. 7 of Swords, maybe they're being unreasonable. Maybe you're getting pushback. Maybe somebody is trying to meddle in your plans. Alternatively, maybe you, Saggy, are getting in your own way with your own limitations here, or even, dare I say it, self-sabotage. So with the 5 of Swords, we need to kind of overcome that in order to be able to move forward. The card next to it, though, the Edge of Evolution, feels messy. Sometimes when we feel like we're kind of on the battleground, or got a falling tower, or things are just a little bit chaotic, it's the sign that we're about to break through, right? Usually things break down in order to break through. So you could be going through a situation like that where it just kind of feels like you're in the eye of the storm at the moment, and it feels like there isn't really a clear direction. But I do feel that, towards the end of the month that, that you will find your way. So the 2 of Swords here, Sag, is the crossroads, and you're trying to weigh this up. Now, this person's blindfolded here, so it might be that you're not seeing everything you need to see in this situation, okay? So just make sure that you get all the information, that you are looking in your environment for anyone that might be trying to, manipulate opportunities for themselves, steal your thunder, or anything like that. Alternatively, you know, making this decision really should be made from your intuition as well as your logic, but not from your emotions, because the emotional decision making can, you know, lead us into the Five of Cups places, right? You know, where we're kind of making, maybe being a bit of a martyr for the decision, making decisions on the parts of others to keep them happy. And I'm not saying that you necessarily do that, Sagittarius, but it's just one of the things that is coming up in this reading. So Two of Swords, weighing up options, you know, trying to make a decision here. And the cards are saying, well, you really need to be the King of Swords, Saggy. This is Aquarian energy, and it's somebody who's able to take a big step back and see the larger picture here. And from that place, you know, and kind of like seeing everything as clearly as you can, it seems that you might be able to maybe, you know, see those missing links there and make a good logical strategic decision for yourself that could transform the situation in some way. There could be even some kind of dispute or conflict here as well. You know, we've got the purification card here, which sometimes for me is about needing to let go of toxicity, either within ourselves or, you know, in our external environment. And the Five of Swords can be like an abrasive energy, even, you know, feeling anger or having anger directed at us. So what it's saying is be the bigger person here, Saggy. You can transform this decision. You might need to do some, you know, honest, direct communicating as part of it. The Five of Cups here is interesting. You might be really trying to weigh up this decision carefully because you might have gone through loss in the past, or you might be afraid that there is something at stake here, something to be lost. The Five of Cups can be kind of a guilt or a grief energy, so you might be feeling, you know, guilty about wanting to go in a certain direction, maybe because you're letting someone down, maybe letting down a King of Swords, somebody who's in authority over you, a boss or mentor, or you know, father-in-law, it's somebody who's maybe in a leadership position, male or female. So that's what I'm kind of feeling here. And it might be that you want to accept a different offer or move in a different direction, and you're concerned that somebody will perceive that as a betrayal, Seven of Swords. But the cards are actually saying that there's a lot of kind of victory energy around this for you. You really just need to take time to breathe out and take a moment, a pause to maybe think about the best way to communicate this and move forward. And that is how you can get to a happy outcome, Nine of Cups, because that's what it sort of feels is at stake here, Saggy. The Nine of Cups is somebody who is really wanting to be emotionally fulfilled. Okay, this doesn't feel like a move about money or kind of status or climbing ladders for you. This is a move for feeling content, feeling joyful, and true happiness, and kind of wish fulfillment as well. Like the Nine of Cups is known as the card of wish fulfillment. So you're trying to fulfill some kind of wish that you've wanted to for some time. The Knight of Pentacles is here. That is Virgo energy for me. And the Knight of Pentacles is about taking the first step, planting the first seed. It's about, you know, things beginning to grow and move in that new direction. Now, it is the slowest moving knight in the tarot, so it does ask you to be patient. It feels like, you know, you're going to make a decision to go in a new direction or to make a new plan, and yeah, it is going to take time for it to kind of be a true success. But maybe by staying where you are, doing what you are doing, that's where the sabotage is, Seven of Swords. So it's kind of like, do you stay doing what you're doing, or stay with what might be an easier option and feel conflicted internally, or do you know, choose to move towards what you really want, right? And remember, the edge of evolution feels messy. It kind of feels chaotic at the moment, but it feels like you will, you know, move into a place of harmony. Now, the lead energy on this side where you're moving to is the Six of Wands. And this is a card of victory. And it's specifically victory over a harder time, or a time where we didn't feel as confident, we didn't feel as lit up, we didn't feel as on purpose or as passionate. So I think that what you're leaving behind, it kind of feels like it might be a bit obligation based, or you feel a bit stuck in a cornered, or that you feel like you need to be obligated maybe to authority in some way, maybe to rules, maybe to contracts with the King of Swords. But your heart and your happiness lies somewhere else. Now, the next one on this side is the sacred flow of yes. And for me, this is about, you know, surrendering to what is and the direction that you really want to go in. Like that Five of Swords, and I'm feeling it in the Knight of Swords as well, is trying to fight for a direction that doesn't quite feel right for you, that feels abrasive or feels like you're going against your own current. If we just take time to breathe out and surrender and allow the universal current to carry us in this direction, even though it feels like there is hard work involved, it feels more in alignment for you. Now, I've got angel assistance here, and it feels like you are being guided. So do pay attention and tune into the intuitions that you're getting, or ask your angel spirits guides. I mean, they will interact in some ways if you ask them, but do keep in mind that they will answer your requests sometimes through other people, somebody coming through with that helpful suggestion just at the right time. Angel numbers, okay, the repeated number sequences that you might see. For example, 1111, 111 is a real indication that, you know, that you're on the right track, that you're moving in that alignment. So ask, you know. Generally, they won't normally kind of send you those signs if you aren't open to it or you're not tuned into it. Conclusions are within reach. So it feels like there is a conclusion, a climax, you know, like a decision, the communication. It feels like it is going to come to a peak in May. Now, Eight of Pentacles down here. This can indicate for many of you, I'm feeling more work career, I'll have to say. It feels like the new direction, there's some hard work involved, and you may get some pushback. But, you know, it feels with the Six of Wands that it will be a victory for you. I'm actually going to, even though there is an extended version of this one where we're going to go deeper, I'm going to clarify this outcome just a little bit for you, because look, it feels like there's a bit of a journey to travel to get to that outcome. The Four of Pentacles can be fears and limitations, or even, you know, worries about money, and, you know, like it feels like we want to hold on in some way. The Edge of Evolution feels messy. Yeah, Nine of Swords. Worries, literally, anxiousness, maybe paranoia around leaving behind a comfort zone, leaving behind the known, about maybe needing to release some money to go in the new direction. The Star. Aquarian energy again. It could be that you are taking a bit of a, you know, a punt towards a, like, you know, a direction where you're using some gifts and talents, or a direction that you've always wanted to go in, and you feel like this is where the stars kind of align. But there's a bit at stake here, right? It could be leaving a comfortable job. It could be that you're having to start moving in this direction while you're still doing that job. It could be that, yeah, you're needing to start making plans and it just feels overwhelming. But the Star and the King of Swords being Aquarian energy are cards about embracing your truth, your true path, your dharma, and just surrendering to the sacred flow of yes, and moving in that direction. But I do find that when we do that, often the universe will move in with some tests, okay, or challenges, and it's basically the universe saying, you know, are you sure you're ready? We'll put a few more kind of carrots, we'll dangle a few more carrots, or we'll push back on you, or we'll make the first part a little bit tricky or challenging for you to see if you're all in. And after that point, you know, I kind of feel that things do start flowing a lot easier. So interesting message, Sag. I will be diving a lot deeper into this in the extended to kind of see what these blocks are and what this decision relates to, you know, in your life. So that's the first link down below if you do want to join me for that. We'll also be drawing more oracle cards in that reading as well. If this is where we part ways, Sag, thanks so much for joining me for this reading. I'll be looking forward to seeing you for the weekly readings and the June monthly reading that will be coming out in a few weeks' time. Do take care. Bye for now.